Up next, middle school students help others with the same name.
And engineering students solve their own puzzles.
There's more to come on this episode of Frisco ISD-TV.
Welcome to this episode of Frisco ISD-TV. I'm Victoria Bruce.
And I'm Mari Forbes. Students at Ogle Elementary brought their favorite books to life.
Josh Lallam walks in on the action to learn more.
Ogle Elementary School students dressed up to represent their hardback heroes.
Today's like the book crate, and I like Raphael, and he's my favorite in the TV show.
I'm a Redskins fan because I like Redskins, the field goals, and running 50-yard dash.
This is the third annual Character Day parade at Ogle, and 3 years later, students still enjoy revealing their alter ego to the rest of the school. Teachers want students to read between the lines and taking interest in all the books and characters on display. Assistant Principal Allison Clonch says that this lets teachers know a little more about their students and helps build a community in the classroom.
Just about like dressing up, because I think that's like really cool. I like it. There's like a book fair thing going on. I wanted to do it, so I decided to do it.
Like we get to like go around and like show like what we're like, and we get to like everybody gets to know like what you are and stuff.
Hopefully the students will remember this chapter of their life. I'm Josh Lallam for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Josh. Cobb Middle School goes the distance to support a school that's miles away.
In the middle of it all, Maddie Karkle goes inside the partnership.
Robert Cobb Middle School in Frisco is helping Viola Cobb Elementary in Channelview weather through the Texas storm Hurricane Harvey.
I did know that there were 2 other schools in the state of Texas that were named after someone, Cobb, and so we decided to partner with Viola Cobb Elementary School in Channelview, Texas. And so I just stepped out and reached out to the principal there, Chad Nutzman, and said, hey, we know that you're in the area that experienced some storm damage and we would like to help. And so I sent an email and he responded the same day.
For students at Cobb Middle School, it proved to be a lesson in giving and responsibility.
First thing that we did is we started a gift card campaign, and so we ran that for approximately 3 weeks. I think this has been a great thing because it's shown children that you do have an opportunity to make an impact no matter how small you think that your gift is. And so we never set a dollar amount for what we would like for people to give. Any amount, no matter how big or how small. And it was very great to see some of the parents require the kids to use their own money.
According to teacher Lisa Longnecker, students gladly did something they usually don't enjoy. They wrote letters during the school day.
Most of them don't really like to write on a regular basis, but knowing that it was going to somebody who really needed like a pick-me-up, they were excited to do it.
It feels really good to know that I helped them and make them feel better. I liked knowing that the kids are going to read these and they're going to feel good about themselves and they're going to feel good that they're safe and they're going to be okay.
It feels really good to know that we can support another school like us that really needs help, and they're younger kids, so we can help them get to where we are right now, because they're going through hard times right now. Something that I wrote was saying Cobb strong, because that's kind of what it's all about.
We spoke with Cobb Elementary School Principal Chad Nutzman via FaceTime to get his thoughts on this new connection.
Ms. Theodore came out and visited our campus, and it was just such a great visit. I'm looking forward to coming out to Cobb Middle School in Frisco sometime soon to thank all of the students there at their campus for their generosity and their giving spirit. And my hope is that, in the years to come, we'll continue to stay in touch and maintain this relationship.
It does my heart good to see something like that, to see our students not only provide gift cards but also write letters to the students that are there, and hopefully this is the beginning of a long-standing relationship and partnership with the elementary school in Channelview.
Nutzman shared how education goes beyond the classroom.
A lot of our staff members experienced personal loss, but they were the first ones to show up and volunteer. They were the first ones to bring food to the shelters, even though they themselves got flooded. And so as far as what I want the students to get out of this is I hope that they learn and feel that it doesn't have to be just a family member that you love. It's not just people that you know, but it could be a perfect stranger, someone that you've never met before in your life. And when you see a need and you have the opportunity to do good, you should take that opportunity.
Both principals see the experience as lessons with potential for long-lasting effects.
For some of these kids, they don't have the decades of life experience to really refer. So I thought it was wonderful that we were able to establish this norm, that when tough times come, this is just what we do. We come together and link arms and take care of one another.
We're very fortunate to live in an area where we have so much. And so for our students to really start to take ownership of it and help other people, I think if that starts a lifelong trend of giving and doing for others, then my work here is done.
Same name, different school, working together to be Cobb Strong. I'm Maddie Cargill for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Maddie. Now here's a story about a student whose goal is to help people find their way. Kate Fernie takes us to the pitch event. In a city centered around innovation, a Frisco ISD student has invented a new device, clearing the path ahead for those in need.
So I know what we do is we create devices that help improve the lives of people around the world. And our first device is called the Mavi. And what it does is it helps blind individuals travel safely without using a cane. And it uses a process similar to echolocation to function.
Gosha is a past participant in the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. Her presentation of the Mavi at Launchpad City in Frisco led to positive reviews.
If I can put it in one word, awesome. Groundbreaking. One of the reason why we wanted her to present, but we wanted to also highlight the Young Entrepreneur Academy and the value that it brings to students who starts out as students and then actually transform them into CEOs. So what we saw today on stage was a CEO that's a high school student. And so for the audience, they're thinking, oh, wait a minute, she's still in high school? And it literally blew their mind with her presentation, her poise, the way she handled the questions, the way she handled herself on stage.
I was blown away by the presentation. So Sino was awesome, both presenters were great, but just the young lady from Frisco ISD was amazing. I think it really shows a lot of the great things that are happening here in Frisco, but it was just an amazing presentation.
She was very well put together. She had obviously practiced a lot, knew what she was talking about. I see a lot of adults that do not field questions as well as she did.
Oh, I mean, it's wonderful. Can't believe the amount of knowledge and polish and the presentation skills. It's one of those situations where you see Shark Tank all the time and you watch other polished entrepreneurs, and then to see someone that young have a grasp on what she wants to do, where she wants to go, how her product needs to be rolled out. And I think just the ingenuity behind it, the fact that she's utilized public resources like the Frisco Public Library, the programs of the ISD, to build a really interesting company that I think has a really interesting opportunity.
Gosha's presentation took place during 1 Million Cups, a weekly pitch event that connects entrepreneurs with the community. Launchpad City provides the space for the event and for businesses to grow.
What we are is really an innovation center for startup businesses. So we have different types of memberships where you can come in and get a flex desk. So for as low as $250, you can bring your company here, have a conference facility, address, access internet, beverages, etc. So it basically gives you as a small business or a startup business the chance to have a place to go that's affordable and where you can meet other people.
Mentor Peter Burns stresses the need for continuous support of young innovators.
To anyone in the community, it's important for us to pour into students today and not wait until later on to pour into them, right? We got to look at our students as our now and not just say that they're our future. You will be amazed at the things that they can accomplish in the future, just from a little bit of guidance and a little bit of coaching.
Gosha hopes the Mavi paves the way for her company to create more devices in assistive technology. I'm Kate Fernie for Frisco ISD-TV.
Cool idea. Thanks, Kate. Engineering students put a spin on cubes and creativity. Here's Kennedy McGilvery with more.
Pencils are moving here in Ms. Tungett's Intro to Engineering class as they bring their sketches to life.
We start out with 3/4-inch wood blocks, and they have to take those wood blocks and assemble them and create 5 individual puzzle pieces that form together to make a puzzle cube.
A puzzle cube is the first project we're doing to Intro to Engineering, and it's important because it allows us to understand the concept of engineering and the process we have to take for each individual project.
The scenario is there's a furniture store, and the furniture store has leftover wood from building other furniture, and so in order to use the wood, we have to build a puzzle cube.
The puzzle cubes are a 3x3 cube, and they're each made of 5 pieces. In the end, they all fit together to the perfect 3x3 cube, but each individual piece is different.
Students apply their thoughts to industry-level equipment to create products that challenge others.
We get all those ideas in our engineering notebooks. We take those and create them on Inventor, which is our 3D modeling software. And then when they're done on Inventor building the 3D models, then we actually give them the wood blocks and they create the puzzle pieces that they can take home and stump their parents with.
Being the first project, it allows us to understand how to draw our ISO shapes, how to put them out onto Inventor, how to really understand the software and the actual logistics behind making an engineering project.
Hopefully this class helps shape these students' futures. I'm Kennedy McGilvery for Frisco ISD-TV.
I took that class last year and I still have my cube.
That's pretty cool. Mari, you like talent shows, right?
Yeah, I like The Voice and America's Got Talent. Why do you ask?
Well, Frisco's Got Talent just took place and you should have been there. Jared Gonzalez-Yapp takes us center stage.
Students take the stage at the Powerhouse of Dance, hoping to win it all in this year's Frisco's Got Talent.
Frisco's Got Talent is a competition where we allow students grades 3rd through 12th to enter, and they are allowed to submit a video where they are either singing, they're dancing, or they are playing an instrument, anything that has to do with music or any combination of the 3. From there, we have a panel of judges who pick the top 5 in each category, and those top 5 then go on to compete in the final night, which is Frisco's Got Talent, for 1st and 2nd place.
For the competitors, practice was instrumental in giving a crowd-pleasing performance.
I figured out what song I was going to be singing, and then every day normally I just kind of play guitar for a little bit, and then I normally just practice and see what feels good and where I want something to be, where I want to be on the stage or what I want to be doing.
A lot of practicing in the shower, practicing at school, in choir, stuff like that. And then just generally, I've done some voice lessons in the past, so just a lot of singing.
I chose it because it actually fit my vocals well, and we had altered it several times to fit them. And also it's super emo, and you are what you listen to.
All 15 contestants use music in their performances, with songs striking different chords in their display.
I chose the song that I performed with because, I don't know why, I just liked the song and I thought it fit with my voice range.
It's my favorite song and that's the song I'm best at. So I thought it'd be a chance to show people that I'm good at singing.
I wanted the audience to be able to have a part in my song, and I wanted them to feel like they were on stage with me, and so I wanted to put that little part in so that way they could all have a little experience.
Audrey Archer won the 3rd through 5th grade division, while Aeneas Gold won for 6th through 8th. Savika Ganison placed 1st in the high school division. However, the others didn't leave empty-handed. Connections were made and lessons learned.
I saw it on the NTPA website and I was like, wow, I live in Frisco. I think I could do this. And then it kind of just happened. I was like, this seems like a really good place to get connections.
The applause from the audience proves that this night ended on a high note. I'm Jared Gonzalez-Yapp, Frisco ISD-TV.
That's all for this episode of Frisco ISD-TV.
Join us next time to see how students take a break during the school day.
And learn more about a new law that has consequences for cyberbullying. I'm Mari Forbes.
And I'm Victoria Bruce.
Thanks for watching.